Coming to you live from Beijing, I'm Hona from CGTN, the China Global Television Network. It is my pleasure today to host a dialogue interview with Muhammad Zamir Assadi, a political analyst and the editor of the China desk at Internews Pakistan. We'll cover the intricacies of China's upcoming two sessions, the annual gatherings of the country's top legislative and political advisory bodies, which will shape the nation's policies and direction. Join us as we explore the significance of this event and its implication for China, Pakistan, and the global community. Thank you so much for joining us on CGTN, Mr. Assadi. So first of all, tell us, how does Pakistan view China's two sessions and its implications for bilateral cooperation and the China-Pakistan economic corridor?
Yes, first of all, thank you very much for having me live on this very important and significant topic. And I think let me allow to say that the China's two sessions every year is not only a news in China, but all of the international community, international media, the think tanks, and many international governments, they are focusing on the China's two sessions. And as far as the Pakistan is concerned, so Pakistan views China's upcoming two sessions like as a very significant opportunity to further strengthen bilateral cooperation, context of China-Pakistan economic corridor, and our other normal collaboration in different sectors. And so the two sessions, China's political meetings, I think are expected to outline the key priorities and the economic targets for the year. And we already know that Premier Li Qiang's government work report scheduled for March 5 will likely provide insights into China's domestic and foreign policy, directions. And we hope that including those affecting China-Pakistan economic corridor and the regional partnership and the China's, neighborhood policy as well. So Pakistan being a very close neighbor, a close brother, a close ally of China, is expecting a lot from these two sessions. And I think in the recent developments, if we talk about China-Pakistan economic corridor and China-Pakistan bilateral relationship, Pakistan and China have agreed to enhance cooperation on several major projects under CPAC framework. That is the flagship project of a Belt and Road Initiative that is known as a signatory project of President Xi Jinping. So I think these include upgrading of Pakistan railway network and further developing the Gwadar port and encouraging Chinese investment in Pakistan's offshore oil and gas sectors. And in this, I think these initiatives to bolster infrastructure, energy, and connectivity, aligning with China's, broader Belt and Road Initiative collaboration. Pakistan has already, gained more than around $25 billion of investment. And now we are in the second phase of the CPAC. So Pakistan expect that after this China's two sessions, there will be more opening up of the Belt and Road Initiative investments, especially in the green development. And so Pakistan expect that we have a lot of potential of the collaboration in terms of the green development and in terms of the economic development. And looking ahead, I think the outcomes of the two sessions are anticipated to influence the trajectory of overall CPAC and bilateral relationships between Pakistan and China. And Pakistan expects that the session will reaffirm China's commitment to the CPAC initiatives, to the Belt and Road initiatives, as not only Pakistan, but a lot of other member countries under BRI, they are looking forward towards the China's two sessions because the new investments will be announced by China.
Mr. Assadi, we know this year's two sessions is expected to focus on innovation and technological advancement. So how do you think Pakistan and China can do more to work together on industrial and technical cooperation?
Yeah, I think the 2025 two sessions with a focus on innovation and technological development presents a promising opportunity for China and Pakistan to deepen their industrial and technological, collaboration. And both nations are already, I think, established strong economic ties through initiatives which are, important in terms of the technological developments. And if we talk about the bilateral collaboration, I think China could help Pakistan in establishing innovations, technology hubs similar to its own tech incubators and research and development centers. And I think this could drive collaboration collaborative research in sectors like renewable energy, agriculture, and electronics. And I think China has already made great strides in tech and innovation. And Pakistan could benefit from direct transfers of knowledge and technology. And Pakistan is already, I think, getting under various collaborative frameworks with China. And if we talk about artificial intelligence and big data, I think but let me allow to say that has emerged as a recognition of China in international community. So Pakistan, with China's leadership in artificial intelligence and big data analytics, there could be joint initiatives to apply these technologies in sectors like healthcare, education, and urban development in Pakistan. Because what I have witnessed in China, the urban development is amazing. So Pakistan can also get a lot of benefit in terms of technological advancements of China for its urban development. And I think these advancements could address challenges in our governance, public health, and infrastructure management. And if we talk about industrial upgradation, I think China is known for its advanced manufacturing technologies. And by partnering with Pakistan, China could help modernize Pakistani industries through technology transfers and setting up state-of-the-art, manufacturing facilities in Pakistan under the second phase of China-Pakistan economic corridor. Because we are Pakistan and China is already, discussing. You can say the industrial development of Pakistan under CPAC phase two. So this innovative and scientific development of China may help Pakistan to modernize all of our industrial sector in the country. Then if we talk about green technologies, I think as the world is moving towards more sustainable industrial practices, China could collaborate with Pakistan to introduce cleaner and greener technologies in manufacturing and especially in the energy sector, supporting both countries' climate commitments and economic growth. And we know that the development initiatives of China and its commitment towards the green development has already gained, you can say, the praise from the international community. So I think China has been a leader in smart city developments as well. So integrating of Internet of Things, AI, and data driven infrastructure improvement of urban living. I think Pakistan could partner with China to develop smart city projects, particularly in growing urban areas like of our Karachi, that is the financial capital of Pakistan, and Lahore, that is the one of the largest provincial capitals in one of the Punjab province, and then in Islamabad, that is our capital. So these the collaboration or these cities could incorporate, I think, advanced solutions for traffic management, for energy efficiency, and waste management. Then definitely there comes 5G and the digital connectivity. I think with the China's dominance in this 5G and the digital connectivity, a strategic partnership could allow Pakistan to rapidly expand its 5G network. That is the center point of the South Asia, and you can say the Central Asia as well. So I think this by improving the digital connectivity across the country in Pakistan, this would lay a foundation for Pakistan's own digital economic development and enhance, communications, education, and healthcare services.
Mr. Azadi, given global economic uncertainty and shifts in geopolitical dynamics, how do you perceive China's economic strategies and what are the implications for Pakistan economic stability and growth?
Yes, I think China's economic strategies are continually, evolving and developing, especially in light of global economic uncertainty and shifting geopolitical, you can say the dynamics. These strategies are, crucial not only for China but also for countries like Pakistan and other developing countries, as they are closely connected or linked to China through initiatives such as Belt and Road Initiative or Global Development Initiatives, or the Global Economic Developments Initiative as well. So I think if we talk about the shift towards a more sustainable and innovation-driven economy, China's increasingly focus on innovation, technology, and sustainability as part of its long-term economic plan. So this involves reducing reliance on the traditional manufacturing and ramping up investments, you can say, in high-tech sectors such as artificial intelligence, green energy, and biotech. And I would like to mention the new quality productive forces that has emerged as the leading economic engines in China, and it is expected that these new quality productive forces, the new driving forces of the economy, I think are shifting more sustainable and innovative driven economy yeah, in this era, and it is a response to the global pressure of the carbon neutrality by 2060. And I think if its impact about Pakistan is concerned, Pakistan could benefit from this transformation by deepening its cooperation with China in emerging sectors like clean energy and technology, and we could gain more benefits from the Chinese economic development that has not only produced the benefits for its neighboring countries but for all other the partner countries who are trying to enhance its trade volume with China. Either you talk about the imports or you talk about the exports, it's all over the economic volume with China. I think this economic development of China is offering multiple benefits, and it is the opportunity for the developing countries to enhance or to improve their economic advantages and their economic strength, so they can offer more and more of their exports to China. Because with this economic strength, China is also known as the biggest import market of the international community. So I think these economic opportunities that are emerging from China are creating more favorable environment for other emerging developing nations.
Mr. Assadi, so how will Internews Pakistan cover the outcomes and significance of China's two sessions? And what aspects will be of particular interest to the Pakistani public?
Yes, Internews Pakistan, I could say, as a prominent media organization, is likely to adopt a comprehensive approach to communicate the outcomes and the significance of China's, two sessions that will be happening in the coming days for our public. And the annual session are pivotal in shaping, China's domestic and foreign policies, which have direct and indirect impact for Pakistan. So I think Internews Pakistan will provide a detailed reports on the proceedings of the two sessions, highlighting key discussions, policy announcements, and legislative developments. And this coverage will be disseminated through various platforms, including television, radio, digital media, print, and ensuring the accessibility to a broader audience in Pakistan. And to enhance our public understanding, Internews is expected to feature analysis from political analysts and economists and China experts. And these segments will, delve into the implication for the China's two session outcomes, particularly, focusing on areas pertinent to Pakistan's interest. And if we talk about the special reports or the bilateral relationship, definitely giving the strategic partnership between China and Pakistan, Internews will likely produce special reports examining how the decision from the two sessions be influenced bilateral relations, especially in sectors like trade, infrastructure, and regional security. And if we talk about interactive programs and public engagements, then we have like Internews programs such as talk shows and call-in segments, may be organized to engage with the Pakistani public. And these programs would encourage discussion on how China's policies could affect Pakistan, fostering a platform for public opinion, discourses. And aspects, if we talk about the particular interest of the Pakistani public, definitely it's about the economic collaboration and the economic policies and the growth targets as always. Because the China's government's economic agenda, including GDP growth targets and fiscal policies, will be the key interest in Pakistan, and Pakistan will be attentive to how these policies might affect trade, opportunities, investments, and economic cooperation under initiative like CPAC. So we will be writing more in-depth analytical reports on these topics, and then definitely about the updates of the Belt and Road Initiative especially the projects like CPAC will be our key priority, that we can write that how Pakistan in the future in its phase two will be cultivating or getting more investments from Pakistan, from China. And then I think Pakistani audience, as we know, that is always interested to know about the social and the environmental initiatives of China. So we have planned to write about the China's strategies in addressing the social issues such as healthcare, education, and poverty alleviation. This is very important topic. Poverty alleviation topic in China and its success is really a remarkable example for other developing nations. So I think Pakistani people would also like to know that how the poverty alleviation program of China may help in the poverty alleviation drive of Pakistan. So we will be writing a lot of reports on it. Then definitely about the foreign policy of the China, we will be writing how China's foreign policy directions, especially concerning regional security dynamics, trade relations, and strategic partnerships, will be helping Pakistan and our society. And definitely, we can say that a large number of the business community of Pakistan, is traveling to China for finding business opportunities. So we have a special focus there to write about in-depth reports that how Pakistani business community may develop more, deepen contacts with the Chinese business communities, and how these China's two sessions will be offering and opening up more economic opportunities in China. So I think these are some of the very key topics that we will be focusing, and we will be helping our Pakistani public to know more in-depth happenings of the China's two sessions. So, to help our global audience understand how are the voices of Chinese people are heard during the two sessions, this is very important topic, and we would like to know in how do how do the legislators in areas such as education and health set policy?
Thank you so much, Mr. Assadi, for having me. First of all, for international viewers who are not familiar with China's political system, the term two sessions may look confusing at first. It actually refers to the annual session of the National People's Congress, NPC, which is China's top legislature, and the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, or CPPCC, which is the country's top political advisory body. So the NPC, the supreme organ of the state power, and the national legislature, it has the authority to amend the constitution, pass laws, and approve major policies and oversee government actions. Now, with nearly 3,000 NPC deputies at the national level and over 2.5 million at all levels of the People's Congresses, they play a vital role in linking the government to the public. And township level and county level deputies are directly elected by voters, while deputies at other levels are indirectly elected by respective lower level People's Congresses. So there is a permanent body of NPC Standing Committee of the National People's Congress. When the NPC concludes its annual session, the NPC Standing Committee will exercise its power. So the system ensures that the will of the peoples is reflected in government's work. And in the next few days, as you know, thousands of national lawmakers and political advisors will gather at the Great Hall of the People for the important political meeting that covers basically every aspect of China's development and the people's well-being, from education, healthcare, employment, you name it. So definitely it's going to be a very important meeting for our country. Assadi.
Yeah. So what are the key priorities for this year's two sessions, and how do they align with China's long-term development goals?
Assadi, let me give you some numbers and figures first. According to the NPC Deputies Affairs Commission, a record 9,235 proposals were submitted during the 2024 NPC annual session, which were reviewed and processed by 213 agencies. So these proposals have played a crucial role in shaping China's national policies, with collaborations between lawmakers and government departments leading to tangible policy changes amid at fostering development development across various sectors. Well, high-tech sectors have garnered significant attention from deputies. MPC proposals span a broad spectrum of issues, including social welfare, environmental protection, the economic development. So with China's economy facing more domestic challenges and external pressure in recent years, MPC deputies are paying more attention on stimulating the economy, especially the private sector.
Yeah. So, are there any policy changes or proposals that may impact China's, economy and society, and how might they affect the country's global standing?
Exactly. Now, all eyes will be focused on the government work report to be released at the opening session of the MPC. It will lay out the major achievements and future goals for the government. So, against the backdrop of very complicated geopolitical uncertainties, China has accomplished its major targets in economic and social development in the past year, and the nation's gross domestic product expanded 5% year-on-year in 2024, which was in line with the country's preset target last year. So the country has made steady progress in pursuing high-quality development, maintained overall social stability, and taken solid steps in advancing Chinese modernization. So as this year marks the final year of the realization of the goals and tasks of the 14th five-year plan, which spans from 2021 to 2025, it is definitely necessary to adhere to the general principle of pursuing progress will ensure stability for the government to deliver in 2025. So a lot of key issues will be discussed at the session, including, healthcare, education, and employment, and a lot of hot topics will be discussed during the two sessions. Assadi.
Yeah. So, what discussions or agreements are anticipated that could, strengthen bilateral collaboration and connectivity between China and Pakistan?
So every year, foreign diplomats will be invited to attend the two sessions at the Great Hall of the People. So I guess definitely Pakistani ambassador to China will definitely be invited as well. So the China-Pakistan relationship is rooted in decades of unwavering support and mutual respect. From the construction of the Karakoram Highway in the 1970s to the launch of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, the CPEC, in 2015, the two nations have constantly demonstrated their commitment to share goals, especially the visit of your country's President Asif Ali Zardari to China in February, just after the Spring Festival, definitely marks a significant milestone in ensuring partnership between the two countries. And as the world grapples with geopolitical shifts, economic uncertainties, and the pressing need for sustainable development, the China-Pakistan relationship stood out as a beacon of mutual trust, shared prosperity, and strategic foresight. And President Zardari's visit not only reaffirmed the strength of all-weather strategic cooperative partnership, but also, according to a lot of experts, heralds the dawn of a new era in bilateral cooperation that is termed China-Pakistan Cooperation 2.0.
So, as a seasoned journalist, covering China, could you elaborate on the structure and significance of China's top legislature and political advisory bodies, particularly in the context of the two sessions?
Well, I have covered the two sessions for more than a decade. As a senior political correspondent, I follow closely the China's legislation and legal framework. So the MPC's work is marked by collaboration and responsiveness. Unlike some parliamentary systems characterized by advisorial debates, China's MPC system emphasizes problem solving and pragmatic decision making. Deputies engage in extensive consultations with experts, local communities, and the public to draft well-informed proposals that address critical challenges. And since the 18th CPC National Congress in 2012, the CPC Central Committee with President Xi Jinping at its core has taken a new historic stance, deepened its understanding of the law governing the development of politics and democracy, and advanced the whole process, people's democracy, as a major concept. So a lot of viewers might not be familiar with the term whole process people's democracy, which is a democracy that covers all aspects of the democratic process and all sectors of the society. The people take part in law-based democratic elections, consultations, decision-making, management, and oversight, and they participate in the management of state affairs, social affairs, and economic and cultural affairs.
So from your interactions, I think with international audience, what are some common perceptions or misconceptions regarding China's policies as discussed during the two sessions?
Right. International viewers may not understand China's political system and how decisions are made by the top leadership. The annual political season is a perfect time for them to witness China's decision-making process. So every year, thousands of international journalists will be invited to cover the two sessions. They will participate and witness firsthand the decision-making process by China's top leadership. They will seek answers themselves, and they can interview all the NPC deputies and CPPCC members. And the Chinese premier, of course, top legislator, top political advisor, chief justice, and top prosecutor will present their work reports. And lawmakers will review the government's annual budget and development plan, and they will deliberate an amendment to the law on deputies to the NPC and local people's congresses. And also on the sidelines of this event, ministers from various government departments will engage with public through interviews and press conferences, clarifying policies and responding to pressing concerns. So the two sessions also shed light on China's foreign policy. And the foreign minister typically holds a press conference on the sidelines of the meeting. And last year, our foreign minister Wang Yi answered 21 questions during a 90-minute press conference with journalists from all over the world participating. So the foreign minister touched on various regional and international hotspot issues, such as the Ukraine crisis, the Palestine-Israeli conflict. He also expounded on China's foreign policies towards Russia, the United States, Europe, and global South countries. So during this year's two sessions, China positions on international relations are particularly noteworthy against the backdrop of rapidly changing and turbulent global landscape. So the two sessions serve as a critical window to observe China's development plan for the coming year, and decisions and policy announcements made here will not only affect the lives of 1.4 billion Chinese people, but also have an impact outside the country's borders.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Assadi, for your insights. Appreciate it.
Thank you.